Now, if you've seen my other videos and you watched the one on what causes lymphatic congestion, if you didn't, go watch it. But you might be asking yourself, what do I do to move my lymph? How can I support lymphatic drainage? And we're gonna cover my 9 favorite ways to support lymphatic drainage, and many of them you can do at home with little to no equipment or tools. Now, with that being said, there's always a right way and a wrong way to do things. So make sure that for some of the things that I'm talking about, you go back and you watch the order, direction, and pressure video, because that is so important. So number one of my favorite ways, my go-to way of opening up and supporting my lymphatic system is by manual massage. So I'm gonna clump a couple things into here because ultimately what we're doing is we're physically manually moving the lymphatic fluid in both our lymph nodes and our vessels. So what this looks like is it can be manually pumping the lymph nodes. So opening up the total 12 or the specific 7. It can be using your hands and doing a manual massage of your lymphatic system. It could be doing dry brushing, so using a dry brush to support lymphatic drainage. A gua sha tool is another tool that can be used in the same manner, or even a roller, like one of those jade rollers. All of those, what we're doing is we're manually moving the lymphatic fluid in either the lymph node or the lymph vessel. So that is number 1. Number 2 is physically moving your body more. So if you're somebody that sits at a computer researching, you're, sitting all day, you drive long periods of time for work, get up and move your body. And it can be as simple as walking. It could be as simple as shaking it out. It can be anything that's going to move your body. Because remember, our lymphatic system only drains when we move. Because it doesn't have its own pump, it utilizes the pumping mechanism of our muscles and the arteries right next to it. So when we raise our heart rate and get our blood flowing even more, that's also going to help with lymphatic drainage, including the contraction of the muscles around the lymphatic vessels. So that's number 2. Number 3 is using something like a rebounder. So a rebounder, a trampoline is great because what it's doing is it's ultimately using gravity to help push the fluid up. So when we push down into the trampoline or the rebounder and then we come up, it's that suspension that helps move the lymphatic fluid up our body. Now, rebounding is also an amazing tool to get your cardio up because we're contracting muscles, we're getting our heart rate going. So rebounding is a really great way and a simple way to incorporate more movement into your day-to-day activity. Now, with that being said though, you don't have to be jumping on it like a kid would jump on a trampoline. Actually, your feet don't even have to leave the rebounder for it to be effective. So rebounding, starting with 2 minutes a day, working your way up, is a great fun way to move your lymph system. The next one is deep breathing. So diaphragmatic breathing. What does that mean? It means breathing from your belly. None of this shallow chest breathing. Shallow chest breathing puts us in a state of fight or flight. And when we're in that state, we are not draining. We're not digesting, we're not resting, and we sure the heck are not draining our body. We have to get out of a sympathetic state and get into a parasympathetic state. And one of the ways that we do that is by slowing our breath, controlling our breath, and breathing from our belly. So we want our belly to come out and in. So playing with your breath, slowing it down, holding your breath, all of those things are really going to help move the lymphatic fluid, especially the lymphatic fluid that is in our abdomen and our legs, because how we get it to drain up into the left subclavian vein is via the thoracic duct. And the only way that that's going to move is by using the diaphragm to help move it. So looking and controlling your breathing is also very important in getting the lymphatic fluid to drain. Vibration is another fun one that you can do. Now this one can be more expensive though, because buying a vibration plate that has a frequency between 10 to 40 hertz, the research is even getting more specific, potentially 15 hertz, to 40 hertz is where we want the vibration to be in order to maximize the benefits of moving our lymphatic fluid. So if you have the means of purchasing a vibration plate, that is another good way to get things moving and just shake it out. Now, you don't have to have a vibration plate. You can literally shake it out just standing there. Ultimately, like looking like, one of those blow up car sales things that like wave and do like this kind of stuff. You can absolutely do that. And the faster you shake, the more beneficial it's going to be. So vibration is another really great means of moving your lymphatic fluid. Another one of my favorite ways is using castor oil packs. Yes, not just the castor oil. And the reason I say that is the pack, especially the ones that I like, are ones that tie onto your body. So when you tie that organic cotton or organic wool onto your body with your breathing, the diaphragmatic breathing, it's acting like a pump. And the castor oil gets absorbed into your skin, then it circulates, it's anti-inflammatory, so it can help reduce inflammation. It's a really great way to help support your lymphatic system and get things moving. So castor oil packs are also an amazing tool to help support lymphatic drainage. Essential oils that are formulated the right way can also be super beneficial and a great means of supporting lymphatic drainage. I will personally use essential oils, and there's a specific brand that I love called Restore Hope Oils, and they have what's called a lymphatic duo. I love those two oils both for what it actually does and the smell. They smell absolutely amazing. But what the founder has done is he's actually gone and put in different energy so that the body can best utilize the oil and ultimately work through some of the other things like potentially stagnant or stuck emotions. So using things like an essential oil and rubbing it on your termini or rubbing it on a hard swollen lymph node can be super beneficial when your lymphatic system is stagnant. And then when it smells good, it just puts us in an even better mood. So the right essential oils can also help the lymphatic system drain, move more freely. The last thing that I want to talk about that can help support lymphatic drainage is using different types of foods and herbs. Now, understand that everybody's a little different, and there's a lot of food sources out there that can be supportive of lymphatic drainage. So some of the simple ones out there are things like ginger, turmeric, because they're anti-inflammatory. There's other things like pomegranate, tart, cherry, aloe vera juice are all very supportive of the lymphatic system. And that's one of the reasons why I'll use like the Superfoods brand Organifi, their red juice or their glow, because it has different ingredients in there that have been shown to help and support lymphatic drainage. Now, with that being said, some of the other things that I'm going to mention is going to be dependent upon the person. So doing things like tinctures and teas are options, but you got to find the right one. So things like dandelion, burdock root, clove, like red clover, echinacea is a really great one. Devil's claw is one. And so finding these herbs or finding them in tinctures is another possibility. I personally will do things like homeopathics like Desbio. The lymphatic drainage one is really great. There's some other supplements out there like Lymphplex that I personally like and have seen really great results with. So there are different herbs and different formulations that I've found that have worked really well. Now, what I haven't found that has worked really well for somebody that truly has stagnant lymph is any of those creams or lotions. I really haven't seen much of a difference when individuals use them. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that there isn't one out there. It just means that I personally haven't seen it benefit me or any of my clients with the ones that, they've tried. So with that being said, there's a whole lot of options for you when it comes to how you can support your lymphatic system and how you can get your lymphatic system draining more regularly. So one of the things that I always tell my clients is pick 2, maybe 3 things that really resonate with you and do those consistently. Watch how your lymphatic system changes. Watch how you change and take note on how you feel different. Take note of what are the things changing. But remember, consistency is key and frequency is important. So doing it once a week if you have a congested lymphatic system is not likely going to be enough. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm always sharing more information about drainage support, drainage systems, and things that you can do at home. Let me know below which of the 9 you liked the most and which ones you're going to incorporate into your lifestyle to support your lymphatic drainage.